like a fucking baby. You look like you needed a bib.
Stop. Some of it's from the salsa earlier, and then this one's from...
Earlier? You did it twice today? Lauren's a goo goo gaga baby.
No.
She got food all over her shirt.
Stop.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to...
Hello, Smurfy one, and Smurf back to our Smurf cast.
The good Smurf.
The good Smurf.
Welcome back to the good screen, where we look at the good screen and
everything's
is the window
good.
open? That was super loud.
It is open a little bit.
Oh, no wonder it gets so cold in here. Well, anyway.
Well, close it.
I'll get it then. Welcome back, everyone. We had our first ever week off.
I guess so, yeah. It wasn't my choice.
It wasn't really our choice. Yeah, but we're back today. We're not back with what we said we would watch, but
no.
But we're back with something. Little backstory. Well, I'll talk about it when we get to the movie part. Lauren.
Yeah.
We've had plenty of time. What have you been enjoying on the good screen?
I have been watching a lot of cabin building videos.
You were talking about that.
Yeah, and there's one guy, I have to find his name again, but I really liked his videos.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was talking about it in the Isha server earlier.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like the homestead guy or whatever? What's his name?
Bush Radical.
Bush Radical. Okay.
He's just very calming. He's like a 40-something-year-old man who builds cabins in Alaska.
Cool.
Or somewhere like that. Either Alaska. He said he's near Lake Superior, wherever that one is.
That's Lake Superior?
Is that like Michigan?
That's in Michigan.
He lives somewhere there.
That's around Michigan, I think.
He wears Alaska shirts, so I just assumed he was from Alaska.
Sure.
I don't know.
I mean, you can go to Alaska and come back. That's
you?
allowed. Yeah, you can do that. You're allowed to go to Alaska and
joking.
come back.
I don't know. I just assumed it was Alaska or something, but then he mentioned Lake Superior, and I was like, oh, maybe not. But,
What?
Among Us lamp?
Yeah, I was looking at them. My Amazon is open.
Okay, anyways. I also have been enjoying Among Us on the good screen.
Yes.
Yeah, there's the new Among Us update with hide and seek.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've been playing it a lot.
You've been playing it without like a group.
Well, the hide and seek one, you don't really need anyone. There's no communication really.
That's true. You can just play with whoever, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were playing it last night after I went to bed.
I was.
Weird. Not weird, I shouldn't say that. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
What have you been enjoying on what else?
Yeah.
I haven't really played Pokemon much in the last week.
I haven't either.
I want to though. I just haven't. I think that's about it.
Yeah.
What about you?
I have been enjoying quite a few things on the good screen.
Mm-hmm.
I had a few days off of work because of a mysterious problem.
Yeah.
And during that time, I watched almost 2 seasons worth of Defunct Land.
Yeah.
I watched his normal videos, and we watched the one with the Disney Channel. He talks about the Disney Channel theme song.
Oh yeah, that was so good. I didn't catch the beginning. I started watching like halfway through.
It was about an hour and a half long. It was like a feature-length documentary.
Yeah.
And that was really good. And that was the first one that I watched because it was recommended to me.
Mm-hmm.
And then I watched like most of his other stuff. I'm not really a theme park person. I can't really do roller coasters and stuff like that either.
Yeah.
But it was interesting to watch either way.
It's fun to learn about the rides.
Yeah, it was fun to learn about the rides and how you get so like excited for them, and then you realize that it's called Defunct Land because none of these rides are around anymore.
Yeah, no. Same thing with all the TV shows and stuff that he talks about. Like I was
watching
a lot of the ones about cartoons and stuff. Like I was watching the one about Dragon Tales today.
Well, you can go back and watch the cartoons. You can never ride the ride again because the ride is gone.
Well, there's that, but it's also like everything he talks about is like a nostalgia factor for me anymore.
Yeah.
And you too, I guess, with the cartoons. Not so much the rides, but the cartoons. Like even like Ubi he was talking about.
I remember Ubi.
I loved Ubi.
I was a little too old for Ubi.
I was like right there.
But yeah, I was watching that. I've been playing the Pixel remaster of Final Fantasy.
Yeah?
That's really the only game I've, other than Among Us with you, and
Yeah, you're almost done with Final Fantasy already.
I got to the end, but like it's broken
Oh.
at the end.
Like you broke something?
No,
There's
like
a
the
bug?
game is broken.
Oh.
Or it's not broken. I can always grind and probably beat it, but like, so the game is scaled down a little bit to make it easier.
But the final boss is still really
But the
hard.
so it's scaled down, and like, so the original Final Fantasy and I think the PlayStation version of it, the level cap was 50. So in turn, a lot of people finished the game at level 25.
Yeah.
And the boss had like 2,000 health.
Yeah.
And it wasn't as random as now for like what moves that the boss would use. So they made newer versions on the Game Boy Advance that were a little, and the PSP that were a little easier to level up. And they added new content, and they increased the boss's health to like 20,000 or something like that.
What the hell?
And but since you had optional content and weapons and stuff and that you got from that, it still made the boss easier. Yeah, it's supposed to be way feasible. So in the Pixel remaster, they bumped the levels up to, I think it's like 99 or 100. Like you can still do that, and like all the health is the same as the Game Boy one, but they don't have the optional content, and you're stuck with like the regular best sword. Oh. And in the original, if you were max level, the last boss would run from the battle.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But I'm level 50, and that's where the like achievements stop for leveling up.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what was in the base game?
I guess, but like I can still keep going.
Yeah.
But I don't want to because it's gonna take forever.
Yeah.
But apparently you just had to cheese it. But I picked like the basic party, and it's tough to do that shit. Picked 2 warriors, like I said.
Yeah, well, you're telling me 3 warriors.
3 warriors and a white mage is like white mage is like the coolest, easiest one.
Yeah, but that's boring.
It is boring, yeah. So I picked the default one, which might be even more boring. So I have a ninja that just dies, and a black mage and a white wizard, or whatever you want to call them. I guess they're upgraded, but. Yeah, so I've been playing that, and I'm gonna probably get back to that and finish it. Probably just level grind up a little bit and do stuff. But yeah,
okay.
It's not. I beat the one on the Game Boy Advance like years and years ago in a weekend again. Like I did almost the same thing I did this time.
Yeah.
But that was way easier than this. Like I didn't even do the optional stuff. I was telling John, I'm like, I don't know how far you got. And he's like, oh, I gave up because it's not like exciting or anything. It's very bare bones.
Yeah.
And the whole game is easy up to that point.
Well, you have the second and the third ones too, don't you?
I have 6 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
well, I guess you could just move on.
They were
to the
a
next
present
one.
from our friend JJ.
Yeah.
So I'm probably just gonna move on to the second one and come back to that on a rainy day or snowy day because it's gonna snow soon.
Yeah. Oh, isn't this our 21st episode?
Yeah, I think so.
Does that mean our podcast is legally able to drink?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm just thinking. I don't know.
Yeah, this is our 21st episode. It's not our 21st year of the podcast. Can you imagine 21 years from now still talking about stupid movies?
I mean, isn't that what like all radio shows are basically?
Oh yeah.
Like what's the one? It's like Dear Delilah.
Dear Delilah? Hey there, Delilah.
No, there's the radio show.
Oh, Dear Abby.
No, not Dear Abby.
Oh.
Dear
John.
No, not that. Not Dear John.
Dear Delilah.
Yeah, it's called like Dear Delilah or something like that.
And she just talks about like...
Because the song is like Delilah.
Oh.
And then it's like people send in like,
and they're like
stuff they need advice on.
Oh, my boyfriend isn't kissing me.
She says...
Kiss him back.
She says, give him a reason to kiss you.
Give him a reason to kiss you.
Yeah, something. She didn't sound funny like that. She was very suave and even with her words.
Oh, honey, you should give him a good reason to kiss you.
That is not what she sounds like.
Oh, honey.
No!
Oh, no.
But I used to hear that a lot when I started working 2 jobs. And
Dear
I would
Delilah?
be Yeah, because I would be driving home around like 10 o'clock from my second job. And then I had to go clock in at 4:30 at my next job. So I got like 4 hours of sleep.
Wow.
But a true story, I did that for like 6 months to save up money to move here with Russell.
When I look up Dear Delilah, I see Hey There Delilah.
No!
It's the first thing.
No, you have to look up Dear Delilah radio show.
Radio show?
But she would come on around 10 or 10:30 and I would catch her every single day I was driving home most of the time. I think it was 10, because Target closed at 10, and I was usually there till 10.
I think it was just called The Delilah Show.
Something like that.
Okay, well, that's awesome.
But I really liked it. Maybe I should see if she has a podcast now. I just liked the sound of her voice.
I bet she's racist.
What the fuck? Why would you say that? Is it because it's in the South?
No. I don't think so.
Why would she be racist?
I don't know. I feel like... Do you know the radio host... for the local Reading station?
No, I don't. Oh, are you talking about the one that Will's dad worked with?
Yeah. She has a podcast and it's insane. It's crazy. I forget. She
work at like Kaima now or something like that too?
I have no clue. I have no fucking clue. All I know is that she has this weird podcast, and it's just her talking to herself.
Yeah.
It's just like her thoughts.
Nobody wants to be on there with her anymore.
I forget her name, and it's probably for the best.
It's like Kim or something like that. I mean, we could always ask Will Party's dad.
Yeah, we can
Will Party's dad was a very infamous radio host around this area.
Infamous? You mean like bad?
Infamous doesn't mean bad.
I knew Will's dad from the radio before I knew Will Party.
Yeah, and he would talk about Will Party.
Yeah.
And then Russell eventually
I had no clue.
Party.
It's like the second time that happened to me when I was growing up.
What was the first?
Because the first time
was
my pastor,
Tyler?
Yeah, my youth pastor or my children's pastor, I guess. We were pretty close, not like in a weird pastor way.
Russell, you want this man to officiate our wedding.
We were pretty close. And we were recording something for, we did a puppet thing at our church.
I bet you did. Did he put his hand?
No! No, it was all the kids did it. And we were recording something for it was like a puppet competition.
Yeah.
And they wanted to record my line for it because I had such a unique voice.
Yeah, you have a face for radio.
But they were we went to a recording studio and everything.
Really?
And I remember I just stayed over at his house after we played Xbox. And he was like, "Oh, I play this game with my nephew all the time."
Yeah.
And he was talking about Tyler. And I was like, "Oh, that's cool." I didn't say I want to meet your nephew who's the exact same age as me. Yeah. I was like, "Oh, that's cool." Could have met him when I was like 12.
You could have.
Yeah, but
he could have been best friends with you and John.
Yeah, that would have been really funny. But no, it was funny. Like he just casually said that, and then one time, Tyler. Well, of course, I knew Tyler was his nephew the whole time, and Tyler was like, "Oh yeah, it was like a James Bond game on the Xbox." He was like, "Oh, I used to play that game with my uncle all the time," and I was like, "I played that game with your uncle once."
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, but that was a little more elaborate than just hearing Will's dad on the radio.
I can't wait to meet him someday.
On the bus to school.
Because you said you want him to do our wedding, even though Will Party could also do our wedding now, too.
He could. I think a bunch of my friends could.
Let's just have them all take turns.
So, yeah.
Pass the mic around.
So, yeah, so that's what I've been enjoying on the good screen. It's been very exciting. We have, before we go into our movie that we watched, we got podcast equipment.
We did!
Podcast
We're not using it today.
We're not using it yet because we had to order stands for the microphones.
Russell didn't think to get stands for the microphones.
Yeah, Lauren and we got it set up yesterday. We figured out because when you plug in two microphones to it, it does left and right.
You have to mono it afterwards.
You have to, afterwards you just had to combine it all.
Yeah, which is what I said.
Yeah, but we figured it out. We're learning.
Yeah.
We're recording it on Lauren's MacBook.
Yeah,
because
I guess
mobile.
You'll also have to edit it on my MacBook too.
I can just take the file.
Well, no, you can use my MacBook. I have my finals tomorrow. I won't need my MacBook for school for a while.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could use iMovie.
God, no, just use Audacity.
Yeah. Well, I need to do the video portion, so. That's why I use Shotcut. Yeah. When I use Shotcut, which is like an open source thing, I do the YouTube video, and then after the YouTube video is done rendering, which is literally like, especially now, it's just a still image. I stopped doing like random pictures because it was just taking too much time. And I might do that again soon, but
maybe for like our bigger episodes.
Once we start recording the episodes, and then I have a week to edit them instead of doing it the night of. So
we need to really break that habit.
We are going to break that habit starting this week because we have so much that we're going to go see.
We're going to go see like 3 movies this week.
And we're going to go see 2.
2. Well, we also have to watch some.
2, but we're watching 1 at home. So we're going to have 3.
Which one are we watching at home? None of them. We have to go to the movie for all of them.
P. It's a name of the movie that we watched before. Starts with the P, about a little wooden boy.
Oh, we are gonna watch that?
If you wanted to, we could stockpile one.
I want to watch it either way.
Yeah. But yeah, we don't have to have everything that we watch be something for the podcast.
I guess not.
Although it usually winds up that way.
It usually is.
But yeah, so we have a lot planned, and hopefully we can get to that point again. I did like putting up the little images and stuff, but it would require, I would be having to listen to the whole thing again right afterwards, and it would take like, I did that when we did 2 a week too. Yeah. Well, I didn't do it for Shrek, but I did it for the Halloween movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was wild. But yeah, if all goes well, we're gonna have some interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. So, without further ado, let's talk about the movie that we watched today.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the Smurfs and the Magic Flute.
Okay. Do you want me to look up like an official thing for it?
If you can find one, that'd be actually impressive because I don't think this has a Metacritic. Is it on Metacritic?
On IMDb.
Metacritic.
Rotten Tomatoes. Here we go.
Okay.
I'll just do the Rotten Tomatoes one. So it's got a 45% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Came out in 1983.
Whoa.
The description is, the little blue creatures help a medieval twosome recover a stolen flute.
That's true.
That is basically it.
What's the best review on Rotten Tomatoes?
Oh, God.
Can you look that up for me?
There's only one.
Only one review, period?
One critic review from 2012.
Okay.
By Emily Ashby. It says, classic 80s movie shows age, but still entertains families.
This was definitely a family movie.
Let me look at the audience reviews. Greatest 1 hour and 14 minutes ever. That one's like the 5-star one. And then here's a 0.5 star. Kids will enjoy watching it. It's silly, but I'm not a fan, but don't let that stop you from watching it. So then why'd you give it a 0.5 star?
Because he's not a fan. But he's being open to the fact that other people might be fans. We need more of that guy.
Wow. Okay, here's someone who's really mad. Becky B gave it 1/2 star. She said, huge disappointment. Focuses more on the human boys, hardly any Smurf action into nearly an hour in the film, and the Smurf voices are really deep, like Barry White deep, and I'm not joking. Really boring. I switched off once they showed the deeper voiced Smurfs.
Wow, so, she really didn't like that.
And then someone else also gave a 0.5 star. Oh, wait, I already read that one. Never mind.
That's it.
Oh, wait, no. It's horrendous. No Smurfs until 1/3 in. Smurfs' voices are not the same as the 1980s TV series.
That's true. They were weird.
I didn't love it.
So, yeah, like the people have mentioned, I've never seen this movie.
Me neither.
I thought it was. I think there's another Smurf movie.
I thought it was maybe like a 30-minute special. I didn't know it was a whole movie.
I thought there was another Smurf movie that was way different than this.
This could have been like a 30-minute special, though, if they really wanted it to be.
It could have been.
A lot of it was just padding.
Lauren and I were watching it, and like it was, I want to say, a good 30 minutes before.
Yeah, it was a good like 20, 30 minutes in. We were like, where the fuck are the Smurfs?
Yeah, it was like, I thought the kids were going to become Smurfs.
I thought that the boy, William, was a Smurf in human disguise or something, because he looked like a Smurf.
He did. He kind of did look like a Smurf.
I thought he was, I don't know, either that or like Smurfs would have just been around sooner. I don't know.
I'll do a quick summary for everyone who didn't watch this movie, okay?
Sure, go ahead.
So there's two little boys, and they live with the king in the castle. And one of the little boys, he likes to play on his instruments, but he's really bad.
He's so bad.
And then there's a traveling merchant, and he's like a rip-off merchant. And the king tells him to shoo, and if he comes back, he'll kill him. And it was really weird.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, I'll fucking kill you.
Get the fuck out of here!
In this kid's movie. No, he didn't say that. He said, I'll have your head. He said something like that.
Something like that.
And I was like, whoa, geez.
He said, like, I'll see you hang.
Yeah, I'll see you hang. Yeah. And he drops this flute. And when he drops the flute, one of the boys eventually gets the flute, or they try to burn the flute because...
Yeah, the king tries to burn the flute because he doesn't want William to have it.
Yeah, because he's so bad at instruments.
Yeah, he's like, William can't fucking get his hands on this or I will actually kill myself. So he tries to burn it.
And then he goes into the kush coma, like there's green smoke everywhere.
Yeah, it doesn't burn because it's magic.
Yeah, it's magic. And so then eventually William does get the flute, but the flute makes people dance.
Yeah, like nonstop dance until they pass out.
So then eventually it turns out that the magic flute is
made by the Smurfs.
It's made by the Smurfs, but so someone finds out about this flute that makes people dance.
Yeah.
And he steals it from William. Mm-hmm. And then he goes and robs everyone in the kingdom.
Yeah, he goes to all these places and make them dance until they pass out and steals all their money.
So William and his friend John, they go on a quest to find the flute, and they can't find it. And they can't do anything about it because whenever they get near him, he just does his little dance. And, he does his little flute, and then they start dancing. Mm-hmm. So then the wizard's like, oh yeah, I'm going to telepathically transport you to the land of the Smurfs.
Basically.
And this goes on for a really long time. Like before when he says, did you ever hear about the Smurfs? We were like, oh,
finally.
Like, imagine like the Avengers movie, but like they don't show up until halfway through.
The last 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's like it's like a bunch of people, like regular people, trying to figure out like how to defeat like Thanos themselves. Literally. And then they go to like a literal wizard, and he goes, oh, have you tried contacting the Avengers?
Have you called Captain America?
And like there's already a whole arc of the movie done, and they're like, oh yeah, how do we do that? So they go there, it becomes a musical for a little bit.
Yeah, there's like 2 songs.
The voices are wrong. I clapped when I saw Papa Smurf.
Yeah, you did.
Because I do like the TV show.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of the TV show growing up. On Boomerang.
Boomerang! I watch Boomerang a lot too.
Because I'm not from the 80s.
No.
So, and then they make the flute, but they had to chop down a whole fucking tree to get in the treeussie in the middle.
Yeah, it takes like 5 whole days.
So they get the flute from the treeussie, and they're like, okay, cool. And then the spell wears off, and the Smurfs had to go find them.
Yeah.
And then
well, that's pretty instantaneous, so it couldn't be that far.
They found them right away.
Yeah.
They must have been really close by. Well, they were on a bird, though. The Smurfs have like a bird to fly them places.
Either that, or maybe it was like dream logic, because dreams only last a few minutes, but we feel like it lasts for a long time, so maybe...
Well, they said they were out for 3 days.
Were they really?
They were sleeping for 3 days. Maybe.
Oh, so maybe it really only took a day, and then it took the Smurfs 2 days to get to them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter.
Stupid
it's the
kid
Smurfs.
logic,
It's the Smurfs. So, and then eventually they're like, well, now that we have another flute, you can have a flute battle with him, and that's the only way you're gonna get this flute back.
Yeah.
So they go on a boat. They scheme a way to find a way to get to where this guy's going on this boat, because he's trying to hire mercenaries to overthrow the king with all the cash that he got. So they find him, and they have a little flute battle, and it's really anticlimactic.
Yeah, it only takes like 2 minutes.
And the kid wins because he has a better lung capacity than the fat guy who probably smokes.
Yeah.
And then they're all good.
Yeah, that was literally the end of the movie.
Yep, that was pretty much it. And William makes his own flute, but he wanted to switch it out with one of the other flutes as a trick, but he didn't do it right.
Yeah, he didn't switch the right one.
Yeah.
So he
got the regular flute.
He got just a normal flute.
Which is good. That's how it should have ended.
Yeah, and we found out he's just good at playing the flute, too.
Yeah, he can actually play the flute.
He sucks at everything else.
Yeah.
Which, it actually looked more like a recorder, though.
It's a flute. A recorder is a flute.
Let's go this way. Recorders go this way.
Whatever.
Okay, whatever.
It doesn't matter. So, what did you think about the movie?
I did really like the one sequence where it's John and William and they're going to go look for the dude.
Oh, and it's like...
when they're, like, acting everything out and it's going along with the music. I liked that a lot.
I like that, too.
Yeah.
They should have just, like, condensed the beginning and then had that part.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It could have been 30 minutes if they wanted it to be. They could have left all that other fucking stuff out.
There's a lot before the flute, too. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
And then the only thing I wrote down was they really make their hobbies their personalities, don't they?
The Smurfs?
Yeah.
Yeah, they all look the same.
Because that's the only way to tell them apart is their personality.
I was pissed at this movie. I was pissed.
There's no Smurfette.
There's no Smurfette.
Although Smurfette was invented by the evil man in the woods.
Gargamel?
Yeah.
She was invented by him?
Yeah.
Because he was horny or something?
I don't know.
Oh, man.
But that's what the lore is. Because then, in the new Smurfs movies, when he tries to make new Smurfs again, and that's how the purple Smurfs were made.
The what?
The purple Smurfs.
Wait, what?
The purple Smurfs.
In the new movie? There's purple Smurfs.
So there's 2 new movies.
Right.
I don't know if Neil Patrick Harris is in the second one. He was definitely in the first one.
I remember he was in the movie. I never saw the movie.
Yeah. And then I saw the first one. It came out literally like 8 years ago, so I don't remember what happened.
Okay, we should watch it on here.
And then there's another one
Smurf
where
Temper.
there's evil purple Smurfs.
Like the Minions.
Yes.
Are you sure you're not thinking about
Minions?
Minions?
No, I'm not thinking about the Minions. I'm thinking about the Smurfs.
There's purple Smurfs.
It's like the same story concept. Hold on.
Codeine Smurf.
New Smurfs.
Cough syrup Smurfies. Or are they called like blurfs or something?
You know what? You're probably right.
They might be called blurfs.
Oh, there's another girl Smurf?
Excuse me?
There are many girl Smurfs now.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
I love the new Smurf designs.
We should watch the new Smurf.
Yeah, we should watch them.
New Smurf movie. Purple.
Are you positive you're not thinking of Despicable Me 2 with the purple minions?
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me find it. The new Smurf movie, they find a tribe of only female Smurfs. This is another new one.
Another new one?
Yeah, this isn't even the one I was trying to think of.
Oh my goodness. Man, so I only remember the cartoon and the underwater Smurfs, the Snorks. You remember the Snorks?
I watched a lot of the Snorks.
Yeah, I like them too. And they were a little easier to distinguish because they weren't all the same color.
They're gray.
They're gray.
I was wrong, they're gray.
Oh, I don't like that. Oh, why is the face so realistic?
This is what the new one looks like.
Wait, what was the... No, wait.
Gargamel made those too.
He made those? So, the Smurfs that you showed me had, like, way cooler designs. The first
That's
group?
another new Smurf movie.
Is that from the game?
Smurf... No. Maybe.
So, yeah. All right, we're getting a little sidetracked. Lauren.
Here.
No. So Lauren is looking at her
Smurfs the
phone.
Lost Village.
The Lost Village?
It came out in 2017. They go and they find all the female Smurfs.
Well, damn.
Smurfette's not alone, but she's the only blonde.
Of course. So I have a feeling that we did this a little too early. Bless you.
I'm sorry.
We should have waited to do the Smurfs movies until next September so we could have Smurftember.
Yeah, well, we can just do that.
I guess.
This is a glimpse into Smurftember.
Yeah, a glimpse into...
There's like 3 Smurf movies now, apparently.
3 more, yeah. So... Oh my gosh, yeah. So I thought the movie was okay. I just thought that the beginning part was a little stretched out.
Yeah,
it could have started
really
like 20 minutes in.
Yeah.
It could have started 20 minutes in.
It really could have.
Would you recommend this to kids these days? Because this was not a movie for adults at all.
No.
Everyone who wrote a 1-star review is probably 40.
Yeah.
Do you think that kids, like literal children, would enjoy this movie, or do you think they'd be bored at the beginning?
No.
Because it was still like funny.
Yeah, and I feel like I could sit your nephew down and he would enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that kids would have been a little lost at the beginning, especially if they knew what the movie. If they looked at the cover and saw the blue Smurfs.
Well, the thing is, though, is if they had seen like the newer Smurfs movie already,
They would already hate it.
Like if they were like 10 years old and they had already seen the other Smurfs movies at this point,
Yeah.
and they were sat down by like their grandparents to watch this because they still had it on a VHS tape or something, they'd be like, "Grandma, what the fuck is this shit?"
They would say that?
Yes.
Like the kids?
Yeah, kids are crazy these days. They would say it.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't.
Okay.
But I feel like if they were raised kind of similar to how you and I were with like older cartoons and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I watched a lot of Boomerang and a lot of like cartoons in general.
The 3D cartoons weren't really quite there when I was
No, me neither.
Watching this movie age, like 4 or 5.
And even still, I watched a lot of reruns of stuff that was more popular when you were like 12, 13.
When you were a kid, did you think that like the early Disney movies were like the same, released at the same time as like The Lion King?
No, I could tell.
You could tell?
Yeah.
I had no clue. When like
really?
When we were, well, yeah, because you're a kid, you don't know what the history is.
Well, I guess
I didn't know that Snow White was from like the fucking 30s.
Well, I didn't really watch those ones until I was like 10 or so.
Yeah.
Because my papa would take us to the Blockbuster on Friday nights, and we would go pick out a movie. And I normally picked out a Disney movie. My brother usually picked out some stupid like Transformer shit, and like the old cartoons and stuff.
Yeah.
But I remember like picking out like Aristocrats and Sleeping Beauty and stuff because I didn't really get to watch them till I was like 9 or 10.
Wow.
But I could tell that they were older.
They were, yeah. I had no. I thought it was all like, because back then, like all the previews were for the new ones. So like I thought like people were just churning these out like every month or something like that. Like I was like, what is going on in the magical Disney vault? Like why are they? And I was like, why are they putting these away? They just came out. And like it blew my mind when I learned like, oh, actually Walt Disney. When I saw like the early like black and white, I was like, what? I was like,
they're going back?
I was like, black and white? Like, is it that old? And then I thought like those must be the ones from the 80s.
Oh no!
like 20 years ago. I was like, Dad, this has to be 20 years old. It's like 1998 or something like that.
Yeah.
But no, but yeah, so this movie I would have thought like just came out.
I mean, relatively, it came out in 83, so it was like
10
only
years
10 years
before I was
older
born,
than you.
yeah. But yeah, like there needs to be like a Smurf renaissance, Smurfisance.
There kind of is.
The game came out. New game came out.
Yeah. Did you say you bought it?
I did. I just bought it.
Can
today.
we play it?
Yeah, we can play it.
Yay!
We can give it a shot. But I bought it. I like originally like last year when it came out. I looked at it. I was like, this has like a special box. It has to be good.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't just like
it's
a Smurf
not just a
game.
stupid kids game.
It has a collector's edition. And that's what I got.
Yeah.
And it was like $30 or $40 because they were trying to get rid of it, I think. And it was quote unquote brand new.
And
I think.
You got the set just press play?
Yeah, I got it at Just Press Play.
Yeah.
And I was like, when I first saw it like a year ago at the other game store.
Yeah.
I was like, this has to be like a good game, but I didn't get it at the time. I was like, oh, whatever. So, and then
now
Isha Gaming, our Discord overlord.
Yeah.
She had it in her video and she was playing it and she mentioned it on their podcast and I was like, holy shit, like it's actually good and apparently it's good. She got it twice.
What kind of game is it?
It's like a little like platform adventure game.
Oh, is there 2-player?
I don't know. I'll have to get it. It's still in my car. I had to get it out of my car. I keep doing that.
You should do that. It's freezing outside. You should not leave your games in your car.
I don't think it's gonna hurt the game.
What if it does?
But I think it comes with a little keychain. I'll post a picture of it in our podcast channel when we're done. But yeah, like, and then there's Smurf Cart coming out or something like that. I could have been dreaming.
Russell's fever dreaming all these crazy games.
So let me check this Smurf Cart. Like, is there a new cartoon or something? Yeah, Smurfs cart.
Yeah, there must be, because there's the new movie. The Lost Village movie came out in like 2018.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a new show on like Netflix for the Smurfs or something. Maybe we should get on that.
Smurfs cart Turbo
Smurfs
Edition.
Cart. Hell yeah. I'm gonna buy that for my what
yourself?
would you call them? No.
Grandchildren?
The kids my mom watches over. My maybe stepbrothers.
Your stepbrothers. Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh my. What a strange situation.
Well, yeah, because like my mom called me the other day.
Yeah.
We don't talk too often, but she called me and she was like, it's this guy she's kind of seeing, but she doesn't want to admit to me that she's seeing him. Okay, I'll just tell the story. Okay. And so she was telling me that he was buying a Switch for his 2 twin boys to share.
Yeah.
Who are awful at sharing and like hate each other, obviously. And she was like, do you think that's a good idea? And I was like, no, he should get them 2 Switch Lites or something so that they each have their own console. Like, you got us each a DS for a reason one year. Which was honestly one of the best Christmases of my life. My parents took us to Best Buy. They said, pick out what color DS you want and like 3 games.
Santa didn't give it to you?
No, Santa stopped existing when I was like 7.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So early. Well, I guess it was around the time
well,
for me too.
It was also because
the kid on the bus.
My parents were, yeah, I've told you that story.
Yeah.
But my parents were also kind of eventually became notorious, I guess between my brother and I, if that even counts, for our Christmas didn't happen until they got their tax return back.
Oh, so it was in March?
Yeah.
Oh,
Christmas
God.
was in March for us. That's when we would go and get our presents. So it was a little after Christmas, I think, that year when I was like 11 or 12, and my parents took us to Best Buy.
And you got your DS.
I got my metallic pink DS, and I got like Pokemon Diamond and like Mario and Luigi or something.
Wow.
And that was my Christmas that year, but it was amazing. I loved it.
That's good.
Yeah.
I remember, well, I don't remember, but I remember getting, well, I guess I do remember. Wow, this is going great. I remember when I got my first Game Boy.
Yeah.
It was the yellow Game Boy Pocket.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is that the one that flips? Or is that a Game Boy Advance?
That's the Game Boy Advance. The Game Boy Pocket was the thinner version of the original Game Boy.
I like the Atomic Purple Game Boy.
That was a Game Boy Color, but I got that, and then I got like a literal peanut butter jar full of games.
Oh, wow.
And it was mostly old Game Boy games, but then there was a Pokemon game in there. But it like, I still have, well, not here, but like, it's the one that like, it hardly ever works. And it was always like that.
Yeah.
Remember I tried to like clean the contacts off of it? Yep, it kind of helped. Okay. I can actually start it, but like every now and again I have to just like keep taking it apart. And I don't have like a magnifying glass that I can look and see if there's anything wrong with the circuit board.
Yeah.
Very weird.
Weird.
But yeah, that very magical childhood moments of getting your first little game.
Yeah. And before that, my brother and I shared his PlayStation 2. And we still did for a long time after that. And before that, my mom, she had an original DS for a minute.
Yeah.
But she traded it with my uncle to get the PlayStation 1. Because he didn't play that much. And my mom played a lot of Spyro, so she had her own little silver Game Boy Advance to play Spyro on.
Wow.
For a long time.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So basically, there's a lot of Smurf content coming.
Yeah.
I guess.
Smurf
I don't
songs.
know. Like, there's a lot of... Yeah, Smurfs cart. Is it on Xbox? I'm having like an identity crisis with Xbox, so...
You really are.
Another thing we watched on the good... I guess we're done talking about Smurfs.
Yeah.
So another thing that we watched on the good screen was the Game Awards.
Oh my god. We went to bed just in time to miss all the funny shit.
We missed the thing at the end with the Bill Clinton Orthodox priest.
And we missed seeing the Mario clip. Did you ever watch it?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But so the whole presentation was like there was no Xbox games.
No.
Like not for winning awards or for like trailers for what to expect next year.
Yeah.
Other than Diablo, if you count that, because they might buy Blizzard.
No.
But like there was nothing. And everyone on Twitter was like, it's kind of weird that Xbox didn't show diddly shit.
I think they're going to do their own thing.
I think
they're going to have their own presentation. Because didn't you say there's like some new Xbox shit coming out next year?
Well, there's supposed to be a lot of stuff coming out next year. Like Starfield and
I think
Forza.
they want to do their own.
I think
show.
that they might have been like held back
Xbox
by
Direct.
the ongoing like investigation into their merger, and they don't want to show too much stuff to be like, well, Xbox is clearly making too many games. But like, if anything, it showed that Xbox needs this merger because they don't have any fucking shit to show.
No,
so
they don't.
So
no any shit to show.
But like, I was like, damn, I can play all these games on my computer.
The Xbox.
Why do I even have an Xbox? Yeah, like I had that. Like John would always say, "Why did you get an Xbox? You can just play it on your computer." And I was like, it's all about the it's all about the Xbox, man.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, something came out today. It was like, oh, the Marvel Spider-Man 2 is up for wish listing.
Yeah.
Wish listing on PlayStation 5, and I was like, fuck, that's only going to be on PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Shit.
I feel like if anything, you should wait.
I can just borrow Will's again.
Or you could borrow Will's again if he's okay with that.
But like, I could have bought, like, literally, there have
been 10 opportunities for you.
All the last 2 weeks, there has been an add to cart button to the PlayStation 5 bundle with God of War on Best Buy.
Oh my god.
And I clicked on it one time and it added me to a list. Very quickly signed me in and got me to the cart.
You almost bought one?
I just wanted to see what would happen.
Can you imagine it charged your cart?
It didn't charge it. Like, I got right to, the payment
last
method.
step.
It was like, we reserved this for you. Here's your payment method.
What the?
And then I canceled it because I was like...
Well, at that point, you should just buy one.
I should have just bought one. But, like, you were having a fit because you were like, what about the Xbox? And I was like...
You only got it 6 months ago,
I did get it pretty recently.
And it took so long for us to get that, too.
Yeah, back
And I
then.
helped you track it down.
But now they're in stock all the time. Like, all the time.
They are.
You can get an Xbox anytime.
Yeah, that's when we got yours. It was right at the start of that.
Yeah, so...
We just had to go to the Target the next town over.
I like that because, like, it syncs up with the computer. But, like, when do I ever play games with you on the Xbox? All the games that I'd play with you would be on the PlayStation, and they have the pink controller.
They do have a pink controller. Oh,
yeah.
I thought it could have been better than a pink controller.
What?
There's the Minecraft Piggy controller.
Oh, that's hard to get now.
Is it?
Yeah. They don't make it. That was from 5 years ago. That was from 4 years ago. I remember when I moved out. All right, so when I moved out of my Nana's house.
Are you going to tell me you had one you got rid of it?
No.
You had that with so many games. We saw Tulips at a local game store. And I was like, that game looks so cute. And he was like, yeah, it's this game where you go around and you kiss everyone. And I said, oh my god, I want that. It's $200 fucking dollars and you used to have it and you just threw it away.
You were in the red the whole time.
I don't care.
Yeah, so back in the 11th grade, literally 11 years ago, I went into GameStop and bought Tulip used for $10. And now it's worth $200.
I was looking for it on like Mercari and stuff. It's also $200.
It was just the way things were back then, Lauren. I haven't traded in a game for years now.
Too many hidden gems.
But anyway, I had a lot of good stuff.
You got rid of it all.
And like that was even like after if I was like back out of my weeaboo hibernation.
Yeah. If you would
I would have kept that game forever. But like I was not into that stuff. And I thought the game was weird. So I got rid of it.
Yeah.
And I also like that's just what we did back then. Like you'd get a bunch of games, sell them, get $50 for them, and then buy one game. And do it all over again. And I didn't have anyway. So that's besides the point. So with the Minecraft thing, the Piggy controller. When I moved out of Nana's, they had that bundle with it was the Creeper and the Xbox.
Yeah.
Where that looked like the dirt block.
Yeah.
And the only thing that kept me from not getting that was the fact that I had to start paying rent and stuff.
Oh.
Or else I would have got the whole shebang.
That would have been so good.
And I would have kept that for.
Oh yeah.
It would be like up there now.
Well, even now I want us to get a skin that makes the Xbox look like a dirt block.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just keep the Xbox. I don't know. But there's a lot of stuff coming out for the PlayStation, obviously.
And you paid for your PlayStation Plus accidentally.
And I accidentally paid for PlayStation Plus for another year. And I paid $100 because I got the stupid Plus tier or whatever. The one that comes with basically Game Pass for PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
and it was a year renewal, so I have that. So like, I'm like, well, if I have that, like, what am I gonna do? Play it on my PlayStation that fills up in like 2 games because I have a 500 gig hard drive? No. So I don't know, Lauren, but
it's up to you.
Yeah, it's
your money.
Conflict of morals. Morals? I don't know. It's a fucking company.
There also wouldn't really fit up there. When we had Will's here, we like had to really squeeze it in there.
It would fit there if the Xbox wasn't there. It would fit there. Hey, you know what? I would probably put the PlayStation at my desk and play it on my 1080p
well, then what's
monitor.
the point? Because you said you want to play games with me on there.
Oh, that's true.
We could play it on the 4K TV.
Yeah, I don't know, but we'll figure that out later. So
yeah, we're just talking about fucking whatever now.
Anyway, yeah, we are pretty much. So, what's your screenless shout out?
I had something. I guess gearing up for the holidays.
Okay.
I really like Christmas time.
Yeah.
I like Christmas. I like gift shopping, maybe way too much. I like making the cards. We did our annual Christmas card this year, which we'll be sending out soon as you get all your notes written.
Yep. That'll be while this is rendering.
Yeah. We have all our decorations out. We got Minion wrapping paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
I still have some shopping to do.
I've officially finished yours. I ordered one more thing yesterday.
Not for you, like for everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something popped up on Mercari that I was looking for, but then it popped up yesterday after I already said I was done. So I got that anyways, but now I am officially done.
Well, that's good.
I got your stocking stuffers and everything, because I didn't buy you any candy.
Huh.
But yeah. I'm done with all my friends. I bought all my friends' stuff back in the fall, mostly.
That's good.
I just got some like socks and stuff or something. That was pretty much it.
Cool.
Yeah.
My screenless shout out is working from home.
Is it really?
No, it's really
just because you miss it.
I miss working from home.
Well, have you heard back from that job?
I don't know. I'm looking for another work from home job because winter's coming, and I know I'd much rather be at home.
Yeah.
And if I was at my old job, the job would be canceled for the day.
Mm-hmm.
But with the regular corporate job, you can't do that. So
no.
Yeah. So
you should get in contact with that manager. It's been a few days since you applied.
It's literally been one day.
Okay, we'll wait like 2 more days.
But yeah, that's kind of like a fake out screenless shout out. I guess my screenless shout out this week is just the fact that I'm doing better.
Yeah.
Man, that was a crazy week.
Yeah.
I think I'm doing better, but like I'm so paranoid now. Like, it's so weird. But,
well, just don't think about it.
Yeah. So.
Are you feeling okay?
Yeah.
Like today since this morning?
All right.
Yeah, I had to give Russell a B12 shot this morning.
Yeah, so it turns out there was a string of things that happened, but all the doctors just think I'm B12 deficient.
Well, you are.
And I am because the blood test came back. It was really
low.
But
yeah, you were right. I don't know why your GP didn't just get the B12 shots in the first place. Or even put you on a really strong regimen.
I don't know. He was like, yeah, just keep taking the stuff you get at the store. And then the other, I went to a neurologist because it was like numbness in my head. And she was like, "Oh, actually, you need to basically like take this really extra strength thing that's double of what you would be taking orally, but like
once a week,
really strong."
Yeah.
So I don't know, but yeah, I guess I am feeling better. There's some weird stuff, but I think I might just be paranoid.
Okay. Stop that.
Yeah, I should stop that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I need to, but I feel great. I'm not like exhausted doing random things anymore. That was weird.
Yeah.
That was probably just like, yeah, so that was a crazy week, and I wish I got to do the podcast. I wish we just wound up doing the podcast while I was sick.
I'm glad we didn't.
Yeah,
you needed to rest.
I'm glad we did take some time.
You slept in for a few days. You rested well, doing nothing. You needed that.
Yeah, that was pretty good. But yeah, so that's my shout out this week. So next week, next week is Avatar.
Avatar.
We're definitely going to be talking about Avatar.
We need to buy our tickets.
You have to buy tickets for that. Yes.
Yeah.
Next week's going to be Avatar, and then the week after that's Christmas.
Yeah.
We lost the week in December, so.
Yeah.
So then we'll be watching, we'll be doing a Christmas movie on Christmas.
Yeah, we're getting that out of the way this week.
And we'll have a special.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. We had to get the logistics of that sorted out, too. When we get the mic stands, we'll do it on the mics and see how it goes.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
We'll just sit side by side at the table. And
Gee whiz.
Yeah,
we're going to do
fun.
like a... Did I say it?
Yeah, we're doing a Christmas special.
Oh, yeah, we're doing like a Happy Console Gamer-esque.
Yeah, like a gift
swap.
exchange. Yeah, we both picked a gift. So I think we talked about that in the last one.
I think we did. It has been like 3 weeks since we sat down to record.
So yeah, so that's the plan. It's actually turned out to be like 50 minutes.
We talked about Smurfs for like 5.
No, we talked about Smurfs for a good portion
of that. We did. We kind of just transitioned into other things. We
had so much other things to talk about. We've been restrained.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it. We'll see everyone next Monday.
Yeah.
With what the fuck?
What the hell? Are you okay?
My wrists are really dirty.
Ew.
All right. Well, we'll see everyone next week with Avatar: The Way of the Water.
Expect that episode to be like as long as the movie. I'm sure we'll talk about.
We say that every time.
I'm taking a pen and paper to the movie theater.
Wow.
I'm gonna write down a lot.
Maybe they'll recognize you and be like, "Oh, you're Lauren. You have the pen and the paper."
I'm gonna become that
just
bitch.
coming free.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be great. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm so excited. It's gonna be a full movie theater. Mm-hmm. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been in a full movie theater since before the pandemic.
I don't know if I'm excited about that.
We can wear masks.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna get popcorn, so I'm not gonna wear them. But
all right.
You're gonna get a small drink.
I'm gonna get a small drink this time. Yeah. That was a little too much, but yeah. So next week, get ready for a new movie after the weekend it came out. And we'll see you there, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.